What's up, people? As you can see, I got my Deadpool shirt on, and that is because I'm going to be talking about the original Deadpool today. Coming up next! Guys, you know I could not get into Deadpool 2 this weekend without talking about Deadpool and doing a Deadpool review. This movie was directed by Tim Miller and it stars Ryan Reynolds, Miranda Baccarin, and Ed Skrein. So if you haven't seen the film, it is really simple just because there is that much of a plot here. We get Wade Wilson's backstory that pretty much leads into him being an experiment and losing the love of his life just because of the fact that he feels like he is unworthy of her because of the experiment, and he vows to seek out revenge on the person that actually did the experiment on him, and therefore he becomes Deadpool. You know, I have a bias that I really want to talk to people about today, and that is that I really don't like origin movies. You know, I've seen all of these origins for all of these characters, specifically the Marvel characters, so many damn times, and I feel like it is always just given to us in the same way, and I always am kind of down on the origin stories. That is not going to be the case here just because of how it is presented. I feel like this movie isn't really interested in the origin of Deadpool, but it feels like it has to kind of get through it. So it's presented to us in a really kind of like a Tarantino, kind of Christopher Nolan way, and it is intercut with the main plot here. And the main plot is just Deadpool's revenge. I feel like it is just, what, 3 or 4 scenes and 2 action scenes. But all of this could work just by how entertaining and how just immersive this lead character could be. And I love Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool here. I always have felt like he is a great actor that never really found the vehicle for him. You know, he was always the best part about a shitty movie. But Deadpool is not a shitty movie, and it is so awesome because of him. He is uncaged here. He is unleashed. And it is just really great to see all of his quips here. Just at the beginning part of this movie, about when he's shooting all of these guys with the 12 bullets that he counts down, I truly do just love his banter with these thugs on this highway. Love it. You know, you can't do this with a lot of characters, but you can do it with Deadpool. Deadpool is a insane character that actually knew that he was in a comic book. So I feel like it is such a great idea for him to be a character here that actually knows he's in a movie, and he does, and he references it constantly along with every other Ryan Reynolds performance. I just feel like this is the perfect role for Ryan Reynolds, and you know, he tried so many times to have roles that really featured him in the way that he wanted to be featured, and finally he has it. And along with the action in this movie, the action for a $50 million budget is incredible. I feel like, you know, the CGI that is done on his face when he has the mask on, you know, his eyes are CGI, and you might not know that, but that is just because of the fact that it is so seamless. And yeah, the special effects for the most part here are pretty great. They do kind of fall apart at the end when they just get too kind of CGI, and yeah, for a $50 million budget, I mean, how much CGI can you really do and do right? But I generally think that this movie is expertly crafted, with the exception of the script. And I want to talk about that just because of the fact that I feel like there just isn't a lot here. When you step away from the fact that Ryan Reynolds is great in this movie and a whole lot of fun to watch, you really see that this story is paper thin, and the villain here is almost non-existent. Ed Skrein plays Ajax here, and he has a villainess who is Angel, and honestly, the two of them really don't have a lot of an impact on this story, and they are very much secondary characters. As a matter of fact, they were actually stripped down for this final edit. They had a lot more, and it was cut, and I feel like that actually shows just where the focus lies with this movie, and that is on Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. Now, there is one other thing that I actually wanted to talk about here, and that is that I absolutely love Morena Baccarin in this movie. She plays Vanessa, Wade Wilson, that is Deadpool's real name, his girlfriend, and she is great. She actually matches Ryan Reynolds' crazy here. I love their courtship and the twisted way that they get together. There is a Seasons of Sex montage that covers their whole first year together that I love. And not only is it hilarious and funny, I love Lent. Lent is my favorite season that they go through, or holiday that they go through. But on top of that, it shows so much about these characters, and it invests you with them in a very short amount of time, because, you know, that whole portion of this film doesn't last for that long. So Deadpool is a crazy good movie that is crazy amounts of fun. I actually love the X-Men that they actually incorporated in here, who is Negasonic Teenage Warhead and Colossus. Man, I hope I get a lot more in Deadpool 2 of them. I wrestled with giving this a 10 out of 10 just because of my love for this film. I can't do that just because of the fact that the script is kind of weak and the villains are kind of weak also. They just exist for Deadpool to slice up and torture. And as much as I love seeing that, I do have to give this a 9 out of 10 just because of those facts. But that isn't to say that I don't absolutely love Deadpool and that I haven't seen it at least 9 times since its release. I know I usually do a review of the 4K Blu-ray at least, but I feel like it's an older 4K release, so I'm not going to get into it. Just to say that, you know, I love the video quality on that release, and I love the Dolby Atmos mix that is on the 4K version even more, and that is my preferred viewing of this film. But I have seen the Blu-ray that I owned before I got a 4K TV, and that is actually really great also. So however you can see this movie, just see this movie. All formats are really great. And if you couldn't tell just from the shirt that I have on and the fact that I am actually reviewing Deadpool right now, I will be going to see Deadpool 2 this coming Thursday, and that means that I will be reviewing that real damn soon and getting that to you guys this weekend. I cannot wait to see that movie, and if you guys are excited about it, comment below. Let me know what you are excited about. It looks like Cable and the X-Force are coming into that movie, and matter of fact, I know they are. I can't wait for it. And as always, guys, thank you for watching my videos. You guys are awesome, and I will see all of you next time.